Cowabunga, shellheads! It's Corey from Super Kami Guru 9000, the best damn anime reviewing channel on YouTube. Today I've been blessed, because I just got to see the very first teaser trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the reboot of the classic franchise. And obviously, I'm a TMNT fan, I sort of wear it on my sleeves, so I was really excited to see this trailer, because it gives us our very first glimpse of what the Turtles are going to look like, the tone of the movie, and some of the big changes that they are making to the TMNT universe. Now, before you watch this video, I'm going to put a link to that trailer in the description box below so that you guys can check it out. So watch that whole trailer, come back here, and join me as I talk about what I saw this week. And maybe I'll let you know what I loved and what I hated. And I'm surprised I don't have that much to hate, which is pretty good. So, first and foremost, before I even get to the Turtles, they start to show us this world that they're building. It's all going to be set in New York, apparently, which is very appropriate. The crime wave is high, with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are furious. And the Foot Clan is taking over the entire city. First up, the Foot Clan look a lot different than they look traditionally. They look more like these commando military guys, all dressed in black. They have these weird masks on, and they're all using machine guns. I'm not quite sure how I feel about this quite yet, because traditionally the Foot Clan tends to use just ninja weapons like swords and shuriken, kusarigama, and chains. This is a pretty big change. However, I'm interested to see where they're going with this. Until I see the final product, I don't really know what to say. But what is cool is the entire trailer is actually being narrated by Shredder himself, who is being played by actor William Fichtner. The first role that comes to mind that William Fichtner was in was the banker in The Dark Knight. At the very beginning, when the Joker is robbing the bank, he's that one banker who goes completely postal with a shotgun and starts shooting. He's like, "You have any idea who you're stealing from?" Boom! So this guy's got a lot of energy, so he could probably play the Shredder. The only issue I see with this is that he's a white guy. William Fichtner is a Roku Saki. That makes no sense. But I'm going to be willing to let it go a little bit until I see the final movie. Again, there might be some sort of twist to this that we don't even realize yet. I'm really interested to see if his name is even a Roku Saki like the classic Shredder is. They might even change it completely. And you don't even really even get to see Shredder in his actual costume. There is a scene where he's walking up to his helmet, which immediately looks like the Shredder helmet, albeit with some minor detail changes, but it looks like the Shredder. That's the most important thing, though, about this trailer, is that everything looks recognizable. Like, when you see the Turtles, you're like, oh, that's the fucking Ninja Turtles. How can it not be? It's giant turtles wearing bandanas with ninja weapons. That's exactly what it is. But other things about this trailer that are really big in terms of changing the universe is April O'Neil and Shredder apparently have, like, this connection where they're changing the story where this time the Shredder created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, literally, like, there was, like, this experiment to create heroes, and apparently the Shredder worked with April O'Neil's father, which, you know, they've done things with April O'Neil's father in a lot of different continuities of TMNT, especially in the new one that's on Nickelodeon right now, so I can sort of accept that. The whole thing, though, with Shredder, like, having a hand in the creation of the Turtles, though, I was really ready to be angry about that. Like, the first time I saw that, I was like, oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But then I really thought back to it. Technically, when you really think about it, the Shredder has always been, in a way, responsible for the Turtles' creation. If you look at the original series, if it wasn't for him killing Hamato Yoshi's wife and forcing him to go to New York, they would have never mutated into the Turtles they were. If you look at the 2003 version, the brand new version, he sort of has a hand in the Turtles' creation in almost every way. It's just this time, it's a little more literal. I think it would have been better maybe if they went with the IDW Comics idea, where instead of the Shredder creating them, maybe it was Baxter Stockman, because he's already a scientist. There have been continuities where he actually works with April, in particular the very first series, so I think that would work really well. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. You just get a lot of shots of the city, which looks like it's going completely to hell. Shit is crumbling. People are running in the streets. Clearly, New York has seen better days, but that's when we finally start to get our very first shots of the Ninja Turtles, and they look kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. The very first shot where Leo comes down and he jumps and he's like all covered in shadow and he has his swords just reeks of the Ninja Turtle atmosphere. The biggest thing, though, is just the actual faces look a little strange, especially the mouths, because they have those lips that are very pronounced. and they have very big teeth. You'll see that from Michelangelo in this trailer. He actually has the most dialogue out of all the turtles. But there's a big action scene where they're going down this massive snowy mountain, which is a very big change for the Ninja Turtles. There's only so many scenes I can remember where they're in the snow. And there's this scene where Raphael, like, slams into this truck with his shell, and it looks like it was planned. Like, as they're going down the mountain, Donatello takes his bow staff and swings Raphael so that his shell slams into this. And it's pretty cool, and it's just different. And the turtles themselves are huge. It's like the biggest version of the Ninja Turtles I've ever seen. I mean, like, they're tall as crap. When you see Michelangelo, like, run into April for the very first time at the end of the trailer, he is towering over her, and he's slightly hunched over. So these guys are way bigger than they've ever been portrayed. I'm willing to accept that as well. But there is one little thing at the end that I did like. It was very Michelangelo when April O'Neil, who was being played by Megan Fox, by the way, who has pretty much zero dialogue practically throughout the entire trailer. And I'm still not sure how I feel about her playing, you know, April O'Neil. I mean, Megan Fox, you're gorgeous. You're an absolutely beautiful woman. I just haven't really seen any movies where you've really displayed a lot of acting prowess. And April O'Neil is not just eye candy. I mean, she might be in the original cartoon series, but in the comic books, and even in a lot of the other continuities, and even in the new Nickelodeon show, she's a very smart, competent character. And I don't know where they're going with that, with her character in this one. But the scene where Mikey is freaking her out, and he's like, whoa, 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 calm down, I'll take my mask off. And it's funny because she's freaking out because there's a giant fucking turtle in front of her, but, you know, it's just, that's so typical Michelangelo humor, and it looks like a lot of the personalities are in there, and there's also a lot of really, really quick shots throughout the trailer. There's one where there's TCRI. That is incredibly important into the creation of the Turtles, because in the original series, it was the TCRI ooze, which actually transforms the Turtles. And the ooze actually came from the Utroms, or the weird Krang people. Just look this shit up, guys. I'm not doing a whole history lesson. The point is, there's little elements like that that make me think that maybe they'll tie the Utroms into the story, which would be great, because we've never seen them in any of the movies before, which is a huge missed opportunity. But other little things in the trailer, like there was a scene where they were fighting in the subway, like really, really quickly. There were these flashes of lights. It was kind of similar to the original scene of the original movie, although it looks like, compared obviously to the original 1990 film, they're going to be way more agile and ninja-like. And that's probably just due to the fact that even in the 1990 movie, you know, they're wearing suits. And just the fact that they can do roundhouse kicks in those things is, like, amazing. So, I still love the original movie. I'm still a little wary about some of the changes they're making to some of the characters in this one, in particular the one with Shredder. But my hype is up for the movie after seeing the trailer. I do want to see the film. It's going to be a day one thing for me. I kind of have to see it. It's just, I want to see where they're going with this, if they're going to try and make like a big franchise out of these movies, and if they do, I hope they really expand and use some of the other characters that have never ever even been used in the Ninja Turtle franchise. But otherwise, it looks okay. Just, you know, it's a great way to build hype until they release another trailer that explains a little bit more of the story. But you guys heard what I thought about this trailer. It's time to let me know what you guys thought about the teaser trailer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you have any favorite action scenes you saw? Were there any things that I missed? Any secret little details that were sprinkled in? Please tell me with your comments below. And remember, if you haven't checked out the trailer, I will put a link to that in the description box as well. And remember, subscribe to the channel so you can see all of our awesome anime reviews. And we're also on Facebook and Twitter. I'll put links to all of that below, guys. So, that concludes this video today. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.